Welcome to the Rise and Shine Again Domestic Violence Awareness Education Series, where I will be covering a series of topics such as what is domestic violence, what are the signs, what are the different types of domestic abuse, recognizing an abusive relationship, impact of abuse on children and youth, surviving and rising again after abuse. In the previous episode, we covered what is domestic abuse, and today we will talk about the types of domestic abuse. Domestic abuse isn't always physical. There are different types of domestic abuse, and often several types of domestic abuse combined together are happening. So it's not necessarily just physical or emotional. It could be a combination of both or a combination of different types of abuse. So let's cover what are the types of domestic abuse. Coercive control, which is an act or pattern of acts of assault, threats, humiliation, intimidation, or other abuse that is used to harm, punish, or frighten the victim. It's almost like a degradation where they want to have control over you and you don't have a mind of yourself. Psychological abuse is common, sometimes more devastating than physical abuse, and without the visible signs of physical abuse. Psychological abuse can stay hidden for years. Psychological abuse also applies to children and may impair their development into a healthy adult. Emotional abuse include intimidation, threats, criticism, undermining, being constantly made to feel guilty, telling you what you can or cannot do. Again, it's all about the control. Physical abuse is deliberately hurting a woman or a child, causing injuries such as bruises, broken bones, burns, or cuts. It is not accidental. People who are physically abused suffer violence such as being hit, kicked, knocked, poisoned, burned, slapped, or even having objects thrown at them. Sexual abuse can happen to anyone, whether they're male or female. It's basically an unwanted conduct of a sexual nature with the purpose or effect of violating the dignity of the person or creating an intimidating, hostile, degrading, humiliating, or even offensive environment for them. Financial or economic abuse. This can be withholding money, not involving you in finances, or even preventing you from getting a job. This could be done as a way of stopping you from feeling independent and empowered, and that you're able to make your own choices. Sometimes economic abuse could also entail visas where the spouse prevents you from leaving a relationship because of the fear of deportation or the threat of deportation. Harassment and stalking. Stalking is a pattern of persistent and unwanted attention that makes you feel pestered, scared, anxious, or harassed. Online or digital abuse. Online platforms are increasingly used to perpetrate domestic abuse. Online domestic abuse can include behaviors such as monitoring of social media profiles or emails, abuse over social media such as Facebook or Twitter, sharing intimate photos or videos without your consent. Any woman can experience domestic abuse, regardless of race, ethnic, religious group, sexuality, class, or disability. And some women and girls also experience different forms of family violence, such as forced marriage, female genital mutilation, and also honor crimes that are perpetrated primarily by family members, often with multiple perpetrators. We all need to break the silence, as abuse thrives only in silence. You have the power to end domestic violence simply by understanding those secrets of domestic violence and spreading the awareness by talking to your children, your neighbors, your friends, your family, your co-workers. Recognize the early signs of violence and show those victims a safe way out. Together, we can make our communities, our homes, and our families the safe and peaceful places that they need to be. In the upcoming episodes, we will be deep diving into each type of domestic abuse and share some examples with you. So stay tuned.